Yo, what up my homies? We got episode 22 of Kingdom Rush going on here, and we are on the Wastes. So, just as a heads up, yeah, we are going over the Heroic and Iron challenges today. I'm going to do my best to try and explain to, I don't know, we'll just do our best. So, of course, we want to get a bunch of Archer Towers here on the left side and a bunch of Mage Towers on the right side. And that's because mostly stuff that's good versus arrows come from the right, and mostly stuff that's good versus magic comes from the left. For the most part, at least. Now you got a bunch of these little devil spawn guys, and these guys are actually reasonably easy to kill if you use a little bit of archers. And also you gotta watch out for is these skeletons. So the reason why I got the bombard tower there in the first place is because of the skeletons. The skeletons are just annoying as crap, they don't give you much gold, and they tank a lot of damage. I think they give you like 2 gold for killing a skeleton, which is just totally not worth it when you get like 20 gold for killing a devil spawn. Or something like that, I don't even know exactly how much. But they give you a lot. And so on the right side here, if you can see, we're actually, with just 2 upgraded mage towers, we're actually doing extremely well versus all these brigands and everybody. And they shouldn't actually get by too easily. And you do have a rain of fire always that you can use whenever you feel like. So using that rain of fire is going to help us get a lot of extra gold. And when you get some extra gold, build some more towers. So I got a bunch of archer towers all on the top there. That's going to help me kill any extra guys that actually get through. So, I don't really think you should upgrade your bombard tower too much in the beginning, but a couple upgrades here and there will definitely help you out. I mean, if you look at all these freaking skeletons, there's a bunch of them. And bombard towers are probably the best thing versus skeletons in general. I mean, there are some other ways you can go about doing it, but I think skeletons are probably the best. You can probably get some elementals or something like that and just try and crush them with the elemental shockwave thing, but no, I think bombard towers are probably a little bit better, a little bit on the better side. So actually, there's a lot of guys that are just about getting through, but these brigands are all like 99% dead, so just a few arrows will kill them, which is pretty good. And we can actually send out the next waves pretty early here, but we don't want to send them out too early and have everybody just run right through my defenses. So you gotta be a little bit careful. So I do Rain of Fire, and then I do actually just say, okay, time to send out the next wave. And if you notice, my Rain of Fire is actually almost back. So what's coming on this level? Well, a bunch of wolves and a bunch of these assassins. So everybody's really weak, but there's actually a lot of them. Oh my god, a lot of them. If you guys saw the little number on the side there, I don't know if you saw, but it said there was like, I think there was 80 wolves and 64 of the assassins. How often do you see that many guys coming in here? Not too often. So the good thing is if you Rain of Fire the crap out of those wolves, you'll get a lot of extra gold and you can just build more stuff to kill them. So I got some more ranger towers, I got some more archer towers. I think that's the best way to go against the wolves. Don't try and get a bunch of upgraded bombard towers or anything like that. Go for a bunch of random archer towers. If you can get as many upgrades as you possibly can, but just chilling with a couple random like 0-0 archer towers is probably the best way to go actually. So, I don't know, they're kind of starting to try to get through, but they will not get through. All the wolves are gone, and finally, officially, all the assassins are gone, so we're just going to send out the next wave really early. A bunch more skeletons coming, and there's a lot of skeletons now, so I'm probably thinking about upgrading my bombard tower pretty soon. But we see a bunch of really strong guys coming from the bottom there, but they're actually not that strong versus, they're actually like at killing guys. They're just they're reasonably good at killing guys, but they're not fantastic by any means. So getting 1 barracks is actually going to help out quite a bit versus these guys. And also you can Rain of Fire them if you need to, so just keep that in mind. Now I don't have any really strong mage towers, but I do have a bunch of secondary upgraded mage towers. So if you get at least 2 upgrades for them, that's going to help out quite a bit. Now I should have probably Rain of Fired that guy, but I decided to just Rain of Fire right in the middle there and kill as many of these Dark Knights as possible. And it does help out quite a bit, but now I see a bunch of random skeletons coming in here, and I did get a Big Bertha as well. So I got my Big Bertha finally, and that's going to help out versus all these skeletons, and I do get some more upgraded dragon launchers, and I'm going to get some cluster bombs soon as well. And that's just to help out versus all these skeletons, pretty much not against the demon spawns or anything like that, but if you can tell, my Big Bertha is starting to own these skeletons pretty easily. But now, what happens is a little bit of a problem here. Your mage towers start to shoot all the skeletons and the other random guys that start coming from the left side, and that leaves you with Dark Knights coming up the right side, and you don't have any magic up there. So that's a little bit of an issue here. I think we'll be able to take them out, but just try and be careful. Yeah, we'll be able to take them out with some reinforcements, and if we need to, I got my rain of fire that I can just use whenever I need it. But, actually, surprisingly, the ranger towers, if you got 2 ranger towers shooting a Dark Knight that doesn't have that much life, you can actually kill him reasonably fast. So I'm starting to get some cluster bombs here, and we got some more devil spawn guys coming up in here, and those guys are going to put some fire shields on all these demon hounds and all those guys coming all at once. But honestly, it shouldn't be too big of a deal, because we do have a Rain of Fire and a super awesome Big Bertha with pretty much fully upgraded Big Bertha, or at least soon to be fully upgraded. And on the right side here, some more Dark Knights, which should not be too big of a deal again. We can just Mage Tower them, but I would like to get some Arcane Wizards up soon. The sooner I get some Arcane Wizards, the sooner I can start killing everybody very, very fast. But stall them as much as possible, and if you need to, Rain of Fire them. Wow. I need to take a breath, guys. It's time. It's time for a breath. So what's going on now? Well, nothing really too special, but I am going to kind of... Okay, that was kind of a fail Rain of Fire. I wanted to get both those guys, but I kind of missed the one. So hopefully we'll be able to kill that guy. He's pretty strong in general, but it looks like we're going to be able to kill him, and at least one Arcane Wizard did attack him, so that was good enough for us. Now I got 2 Arcane Wizards. Freaking sweet. And if you can tell, my cluster bombs and everything is rocking these guys on the left side. Like, that Big Bertha is just epic right now. It completely destroys everybody and anybody that's getting through on the top for the right side. He actually just shoots a giant missile and shoots them. So that's pretty sweet as well. I like that you can actually get that missile, that if there's a guy that's about to get through and you have no reinforcements and no meteor shower, that thing can save you. You wouldn't even think about it saving you. Just randomly just start going in this giant circle that it does, and just go boop and pop the guy and explode him to death. And I know that sounds kind of evil, but you know what? I never even thought about this. I probably should have read some of the information about how things happen in this game, but honestly, right now I'm just killing people for fun. Think about it. I don't even know why I'm supposed to be killing everybody, but I am. Stupid skeletons. I mean, skeletons in general. It's okay to kill skeletons. But what about these brigands and these other guys? I am a serial killer. I've killed hundreds, thousands of guys. And I don't know if I'm going to get to 10,000 or anything like that, but killing thousands of people... I'm no Hitler, but killing thousands of people is not often the best thing in the entire world. But for Kingdom Rush, hey, why not? I know, I mean, I realize it's a game. Still, I'm killing people for no reason whatsoever, at least to my knowledge. Which I probably should have looked that up just a little bit. Now I got all my Arcane Wizards, and all my Arcane Wizards just rocking these guys. We're already on wave 6, shouldn't be too big of a deal. Killing all these skeletons. In fact, actually, these skeletons are starting to not really get through, but there's a lot of really strong skeletons. So what I did was I got a Wrath of the Forest here, and one thing about the Wrath of the Forest that you guys might not know is that the Wrath of the Forest does actually hurt people. So you can use the Wrath of the Forest to hurt people, and it stalls them, so Wrath of the Forest is extremely helpful. And what it does is it pretty much can infect or stall infinite people. So whatever is in its range, when it uses Wrath of the Forest, it can affect everybody. So that's like kind of like a bombard tower action. Hurts people. It's not very strong, so it doesn't happen very... I mean, it's not that strong, it just doesn't happen very often. So it doesn't happen very often, so that's kind of the issue there. You'd have to get quite a few of them, but it hurts people, infinite amount of people, so it kind of acts somewhat like a bombard tower. Hopefully you guys understand where I'm going with that. And that looks like it's the end. So that's the Heroic Challenge. It was not that difficult, it didn't seem like, but you gotta be a little bit on your toes. And let's do the Iron Challenge with no artillery. Oh, goodness gracious, no artillery. Oh god, we did get, oh my god, we're getting so much money here, though, $2,200. So of course you want to check what's going to come, and there's a lot of random things coming. It seems like it's just like before. Magic stuff for the right side, archers for the left side. And since I can't get a bombard tower there, I don't know what I should get. But of course, just upgrade some archer towers here at least a couple times, and at least one ranger tower to start off with. I think one ranger tower is pretty important. And just get some more mages. So we got wolves coming. Wolves is pretty much the exact same thing as last time. There's wolves coming on the left, and assassins coming on the right. Should be really, really easy to kill. And then some skeletons. And I'm glad that no real strong skeletons come in the beginning here. that might be an issue. So remember, guys, what I was just talking about, how Wrath of the Forest can be used effectively because it infects infinite amount of people. So what we're going to have to do is, since we can't have any artillery, we're probably going to have to use some Wrath of the Forests to actually affect all of the skeletons and hopefully kill all of them. But as well, we're kind of getting overrun here with some of these wolves. I'd like to get a barracks to help stall some of these guys, so I think that's probably pretty important, to get a barracks pretty soon here. But as of right now, I don't know what I want to build. Yeah, I think one more ranger tower should do it, guys. And if I need to, I got a rain of fire, so that's just there for just in case. But we're doing okay, actually. We've got 4 guys there, and we're ranger towering the crap out of everybody. Mages aren't even that important right now. They will be for later game. And there's my barracks. Okay, we're going to get a barracks up here, and that's going to help us stall any skeletons or wolves that might start getting through. And since we have 3 full ranger towers here, and I'm going to get more archer towers to help out versus the wargs. And wargs are somewhat magic resistant, so going a bunch of mages on the left side is definitely not a good idea, and any mages will not do very much damage. So it's kind of important to use these ranger towers to your advantage. And we got quite a few wargs coming in here, and oh my god, that was close. I could have rain of fired him if I got scared at all, but just make sure you guys get quite a few archer towers here to kill these wargs and all that. And if you need to upgrade your barracks to help stall those wargs, go ahead and do that, because probably you don't want to lose 1 life. Because if you lose 1 life, you lose. So getting 90% done with one of these challenges, or like 50% done with one of these challenges and having to start over is not fun. I'd rather just lose right at the beginning, and that's why sometimes I do send out quite a few waves kind of early, because I want to get the extra money, which hurts me early game but helps me out late game. And I'd rather lose early game than late game, guys. So these guys are extremely weak versus, or can't kill anybody worth crap, so just use a barracks and stall them, and you will stall them for an extremely long time. Now we're just building a bunch of ranger towers and a couple of random magic towers here. Since I can't get any artillery, I'm thinking about what I'm going to do a little bit late game. So late game, I'm thinking Wrath of the Forest and Arcane Wizards are probably what I'm going to do. Just like usual, guys, I think that's one of the best combos in the game. I know it gets a little bit on the repetitive side to do the exact same thing every single time, but we don't really do the exact same thing every time. It's always different, but it's similar. And when you have similar things, they do get slightly boring, but not quite as boring. Now, pretty much every strategy game, once you find the best strategy that you think is fantastic, you're gonna try and keep doing that because it keeps working. So this has been working out for me. As soon as it starts failing me, I'll start doing something else. Now, another thing about these challenges is that it makes you think a little bit on your toes, because you're not used to being like, well, you're not used to all these random things that you're not allowed to do, all these restrictions. When you get all these restrictions, they cause you to think kind of hard about what kind of guys are going to come and what's going to be weak versus certain guys, or what's going to be strong versus certain guys, and you're not really used to that. So these guys, like I said, on the right side, of course that barracks is just going to help out so freaking much, probably a lot more than you guys probably even know. Those guys will get stalled there for pretty much forever, I think. I mean, it's gonna be, there's 3 of them, so, you know, they can kill your units pretty fast, and I do have a 0-0 barracks, but it just stalls them so long that it allows you to use a rain of fire and just start killing all these brigands and stuff that might start getting through. So now I have 2 arcane wizards. I got so much money from killing those guys that I was able to afford quite a few things here. Bunch of ranger towers, bunch of arcane wizards. I think the next thing to do is probably start getting some Wrath of the Forests as soon as possible. I mean, these strong skeletons are kind of hard to kill, so you gotta be a little bit careful versus those guys, but if you need to, you got reinforcements whenever you need them. So we're starting to get overrun here a little bit on the left side, so I'd like to get something up there, but also I'm getting kind of overrun on the right side, so I don't even know what to do right now. This level is a little bit on the hard side. The waste, just kind of difficult in general. So I got one more mage tower here, just trying to kill this last guy, because he's obviously, if I have to use arrows on him, I'm going to be wasting some of my strong arrows that I could be using on these demon spawns and skeletons. So I'm just trying to stall that guy as much as possible, and I finally got my rain of fire back, and it seems like we're killing pretty much everybody. So I'm going to officially get a Wrath of the Forest there, and the Wrath of the Forest is going to help out versus mass amounts of guys. Anybody that might come in big groups is going to be extremely or the Wrath Force can be extremely helpful versus anybody that comes in big groups, like all these skeletons and stuff. Watch when my Wrath Force actually do its magic. So yeah, look at that. We just stalled those skeletons, pretty much killed them all down to like, I don't know, 10% health or so, and doing something like that is so helpful. Now we got a bunch of wolves coming and stuff. So I'd really like to Rain of Fire right now, but I'm going to hold out just in case something really strong comes out. You never know what's going to come out, guys. That's what's crazy about these levels. You never know what's going to come out. So... okay, some more... oh, goodness. Oh, goodness, these guys. Oh, no. So I'd really like to just Rain of Fire them, but I'm not sure if I should. I'm thinking I'm going to. Then again, I don't know what's going to come on the right side, so I don't know if I should Rain of Fire the guys on the right side or just the guys on the left side. I mean, I have so many upgrades on the left side, but it seems like more guys are getting through on the right. So as far as what I'm going to do, I'm kind of confused, guys. I don't even know. To be honest, I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. To be honest, if I heard myself talk, I'm probably going to think that I'm super duper confusing. I always do end up watching my videos just to see how I do, and sometimes I think I give really bad commentaries, and this is one of those ones where I'm going to go back and be like, what the F was I talking about? I really don't even know what I was thinking, and I'm sorry about that. But sometimes I talk too fast, and sometimes I just think that I'm making sense, but I'm really not making sense, and I don't even understand if you guys know what I'm talking about. So here we go, we got these last few guys that we should be killing up, and it looks like this is probably going to be the end. We got some of the strongest guys coming out, and quite a few of them at that, and I'm keeping my Rain of Fire, and I didn't even have to use my Rain of Fire yet. So, I'm just going to upgrade this guy to Arcane Wizard. I could sell my guys in the back if I need to, but I'm not going to need to, and that will be the end. We'll just Rain of Fire this stupid skeleton, and that will be the end of the game. So, thank you guys for watching, as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please press like. Thank you, and have a good one.